The last day my machine is running an LCD screen. I have the new monitor in my car, so we're gonna switch that out in probably 30 minutes here. As you can see, it doesn't have a wide viewing angle, so I'm happy to get rid of this piece of shit. Alright, so this is what the inside of a DDR machine looks like. If you're ever wondering, mine's a little bit dirty because we have we cut this wood to fit because mine was missing the metal brackets for the monitor. That the monitor sits right here, so like there's a big heaping gap. But how we ran this before was the 573 unit, which is the hardware the DDR machine runs on, has a VGA port on it that runs at 15 gigahertz. So what you can do is you can buy an adapter like this one, and it runs the VGA signal from 31 to 15, and then this will allow you to plug it into a computer monitor and run the machine that way. Otherwise, you'll get some split video, or you'll have other issues where the monitor cannot sync correctly. So that's how we were running it before, but today we got a tri-sync monitor coming in. I shouldn't have to use this. I should be able to just plug that little cable in at 15 gigahertz straight into the monitor's VGA port, and it should sync. So go ahead and grab the monitor and throw that in here then. Well, did you know if you came down to the big top playing on this piece of shit LCD screen, you were actually playing Dance Dance Revolution Wood Mix. Yep, Dance Dance Revolution Wood Mix. You were playing that mix the whole entire time. Little did you know. Interesting little tidbit for you. But as you can see, the monitor's out, and we're gonna go ahead and put in the new one in a few minutes here. This thing's a piece of shit, so let's get this the hell out of there and put the new one in. Alright, so after, what, an hour and a half of doing random shit, pretty much?
Months of random shit.
Well, yeah, actually, let's go back all the way. Months of random bullshit where I bought a monitor off of Caleb, and the guy was a douche, and he gave me a non-working monitor and wouldn't talk to me about it. Then I got a...
You got the Sony TV.
Then I got the Sony TV that we tried to hook up to this.
Pink.
It was all pink, so we couldn't get it working or syncing with the game properly. So that went down the drain. And then we put in that piece of shit LCD. Which worked fine, but it didn't have a wide viewing angle, and it was tiny, let's be honest. And now, finally, after months and months.
I would say probably a year, dude.
Yeah, let's just call it years in the making. We finally have an arcade monitor in this machine. Yes, you are viewing it. It's literally an arcade monitor, and it works. Look at this. It looks beautiful. Yes, look at the image is perfect. This is a brand new monitor. It better be perfect. Yes. Let's take a look at it. Put more credits in.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Yes, it's sexy as hell.
DDR. Select the style. Single play. Select difficulty.
Oh yes.
Select music.
As you can see, this monitor is beautiful. Yeah.
Did you do your best? Game over.
So that's our monitor now.
The only thing we have to do is take a sledgehammer to the other one.
Yeah, we could take a sledgehammer to the other one. Someone wants to pick it up, apparently.
Really?
I'm dead serious, but yes, look how nice that looks. It looks absolutely perfect. I actually cannot wait to play this game tomorrow after I'm done working and work on the pads. The pads actually are still really, really freaking good. So I don't really have to do that much work to it. So we'll just kind of do some touch up. And then this machine will look fucking fantastic and play fantastic.
Oh, play fantastic. It may not look fantastic.
Well, it doesn't look fantastic, let's be honest. It'll never look fantastic.
It's all fucking Jeff's fault.
Well, it's not all Jeff's fault. It's just like it was at Namco's arcade, so they like ruined the stickers right there.
I blame Jeff.
The pads are just worn out from it being played on for what 13, 14 years now, something crazy like that. So yeah, all's good though. So hopefully some gameplay videos soon. Alright guys, this is day 2 of my DDR machine restoration, I guess you could call it. We installed the DDR's monitor yesterday. That's a new tri-sync. So it looks really freaking good. Now we're just kind of going through the pads and doing some touch-ups here. You can see in a few of the pads there's bulbs that are broken, fluorescent bulbs. So I'm just making note of which ones are broken and how many I need to replace in the future. Most of the sensors actually work really good on this pad, so I don't actually have to do too much work, but what we're gonna do is something similar to what I did here like a year or so ago. You see there's a little piece of cardboard there. We're gonna go ahead, remove that cardboard and put these in it, which are broken pretty much under the big top cards. Like there's either writing on some of them, like this one's bent, so we don't give them out. These are cards that are gonna be thrown out. And you can take cards that are gonna be thrown out and actually put them in the DDR pad. They'll raise the sensors up a little bit, and it'll give you a little bit more sensitivity when you push down on the panels. So I got like a whole box of those right there that I'm gonna be using. We're gonna go through the pads and raise up each sensor and just make sure every sensor does work good. So yeah, that's my project for tonight, and we'll see how things go, and I'll update you guys with pretty much how you do the little card trick. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to do a mod for your dance pads. Now this mod can go by a few names. It can go by the cardboard mod, business card mod, or playing card mod. Well, not playing card mod, but that's kind of using these play cards or arcade games. And that's why I'm using on my machine, because we run on play cards here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to break this card down. I'm going to raise the panels. I'm going to raise this thing up, and then I'm going to raise one of the sensors up from the bottom. And that'll actually raise the sensor quite a bit, and it's going to raise the actual panels at the same time. Now you're not going to want to go crazy and like put really thick cardboard or something crazy like that. You just want to just do a little bit, because too much of it, you're gonna press down the panel and it's gonna hold it, and you don't want that. You still want to push it down and then let's go immediately. And the best way to do that is probably to use only like 2 or 3 of these kind of playing cards. For cardboard, I had cardboard on my other side. The cardboard, I used just a really thin piece of cardboard, and even then a lot of them gave me problems. So yeah, you definitely don't want to get too out of hand with it. Just a single kind of play card like this will do really good, and then you want to just do one on top. So I'll show you guys how to actually do the mod now. So you're going to take your card just like this, and then you're going to want to just cut it down. Now I just try to use 1 card per sensor, so just kind of like right there. Go all the way across. So I got 1 piece. I'm going to want to cut 1 more time. So, just want to cut off a little bit from the R side if you're using play cards like I am. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take out a sensor and you're going to put these in. So, I'll take out this one. All you're going to do is just slide them in, right on the bottom. Just like that. You're going to take the R piece, do the same thing. Now I like to go all the way across. You don't have to go all the way across if you don't want to, but I feel like it makes a more even area for the sensor to sit on. So we're going to go ahead and just slide this back in. Just like that. Just tuck that in. Make sure your wires are out of the way. Just like that. Okay. Now the tricky part. you're gonna want to put this right here. Now you can just do it like that, but I actually don't recommend doing it that way for a few reasons. One of the big reasons though is because this is gonna move, and you don't really want that, and this thing moves too. So what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna actually tape this to this piece. So what I do is I just get like a pretty lengthy piece of duct tape, kind of like that, and I split down the center. What I'm gonna do is put this kind of in the center of it, just like that, nice and flat. Tuck this side over, feed it through, while our side is still exposed. Take it, pull back just like that. Pull up against this, it's really important, or else it's going to be a little uneven. We're going to have too much on one side, and you don't want that. Screw the duct tape a little bit. There we go. Okay. So, hold your sensor down, push over, just like that. Just tape it down, try to get in the little crease right there. Do the same thing for our side. There you go. I mean, that's all there really is to it. You're only going to raise up a little bit. Like I said before, if you go a little bit crazy on it, you're going to push down on this, and then it's going to get stuck. Your panel's got to stick down and hold this sensor down. You don't want that. So that's what I mean. That's all there really is to it. You just want to raise it up just like a millimeter, pretty much, millimeter or two. It's not going crazy here. And yeah, that's the mod that a lot of people do in their dance pads, and that kind of raises up the panels a bit, like I said before, and it will kind of, you won't have to push down as hard usually on the actual sensors to have them trigger, which is the big thing, especially when you have a place with little kids always running around. You want them to be able to play without having to really stop on the pads. So that's my little trick and tidbit for you guys. So yeah, once I'm done here, I'll show you how well the machine plays when I'm done. Alright, we're going to give the pads a test and see how well this monitor works.
Third stage. Are you ready? Here we go. Dancing master?
Monitor is fantastic. My pads work. Awesome.